What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? I'm gonna have to put this on, dude, because your boy cannot see out the front windshield. I can, but you know, it's kind of a little bit. I don't know what that stuff is. Mist or something. I guess you do have to have the windshield wipers on. Yeah, you gotta leave it alone. Idea of night. Give it a couple moments. Road work ahead. Welcome to the live, everybody. Tap that like button and subscribe to the channel. How y'all doing, man? Happy Monday. Oh, look at this. The road is getting done. This is going to be a massive road, dude. A massive road. What's good? What's good? Flip the camera around so you guys can see the view. Beautiful view. Oh, turn windshield wipers off. Will be all kinds of colors, man. It's going to be gorgeous. You guys are going to love it. I'm going to there's some horses right there, baby horses. I'm going to do sprint class and potentially yoga, but I'm not sure yet because I think I might have to do something afterwards that I'm not going to be able to do that, I don't think, like I wanted to. Possibly. Hi from New Zealand. What time is it over there? It's 7:55 in the AM. Welcome to the live, everybody. Tap that like button, man. I'm just giving it a few minutes. Like, I think we're just going to get started, like, about the topic that I put in the beginning of the thing about things crumbling, because things are crumbling, man. Like, October is going to be the month of, like a lot of people are saying, and I've been feeling it too, like Rocktober. There's going to be a lot of things happening and change happening. It already is between, because see what's happening is, y'all, let me give you a little bit of a briefing. Timelines are splitting, and we cannot play in two timelines anymore. We can't be on the lower timeline and the higher timeline at the same time, trying to hold on to both. And that's what so many people have been doing for so long now. And someone explained it really well metaphorically. It's like a boat drifting away, and that's the higher timeline. And you've got to make a choice. And I've been hearing this from my guides for years now, that we have to make a choice. And it's like, no, we gotta wait for the bus. So I'll read you guys. Thank you. It says bigger is better. Blah, blah, blah. Have you been? Oh, yeah, never mind. Some of your comments are just, yeah, I'm not about to read them out loud. So basically what's happening is we're going to have to make a choice. Humanity is going to have to make a choice, and we cannot hold on to two timelines any longer. We can't hold on, which means that some family members and friends and relationships and different things will be on a different timeline than you're going to choose. And then eventually the two timelines will split into two different worlds. And that is what is potentially occurring and is going on at this time. So right now we're having to make a choice, but yet we can still kind of like, they can, like the ones that are choosing fear, like fear is the lower, let's say fear is the lower timeline, and then you have love being the higher timeline. Which are you choosing? Do you still want to play in the 3D fear-based, manipulative greed, you know, all of that? Or do you want to be in the higher timeline based off love and unity and oneness and harmony and balance? And that's the choice. And some friends, family members, relatives are choosing the fear timeline, and some are not. So yes, you may have to choose to let people go, to leave people behind because of what they're choosing, and you're not choosing any longer, because you can't do both any longer. You just can't. It's not going to be possible for much longer. My timeline is where my never mind. Okay, well, you don't have to subscribe, man. You know, no one's forcing you to subscribe. It's all good, man. You know, you come in, you vibe with it. You don't, that's okay. You leave and you move on your way. No big deal. No, you know, I'm not attached to any of that. It's all good either way. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining if you are here. I'm kind of explaining what's going on right now on the planet, you know, and what's happening here, what a lot of people are experiencing, and it's going to get more and more difficult and more challenging to try to stay in two different timelines. We can't do it no longer. It's not. It's essentially going to either we're going to have to make the choice, or the choice is going to be made for us, and it's not to put you in fear. This is not for a fear tactic. I'm merely explaining what's going on so that you're aware and you're awake and you're conscious of it, so that when this does happen, you're not surprised or, you know, oblivious to it. And mind you, there is a lot of people that want to be oblivious and don't want to expand their consciousness. And it was very interesting, man. I met this guy yesterday. I didn't meet him personally, but I was on a Zoom call, and this one individual said, and apparently he's going to be going into like a martial arts challenge with someone. And his response was that he will never not be, he always puts himself in the uncomfortable, and so that he is constantly evolving. And a lot of people will not do that and don't do that and are afraid to do that because of the way it feels. But the more and more you put yourself in the uncomfortable, the more and more you become stronger mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. And so many people are so used to comfortability and complacency and, like, when what happens? Curious, so what do you do? I do a lot of things, man. I do past life regressions. I do breath work. I'm a breath work facilitator. Me and Luna are creating a community called RIL, Rip Into Light, the New Earth School. We do crystalline soul healing. We do light language activations. I do Reiki. I do many different things. I've done IT work for like over 20 years. I'm very well versed in nutrition and health. I mean, I pretty much can talk about any topic, and I have very, I channel messages from the Divine Council of Nine. List goes on and on, y'all. List goes on and on. And I'm here to teach, man, from my own experiences. And from what I've been through and what I've gone through, and I'm more and more I am questioning. So happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the live. We're kind of talking about timeline splitting right now, and humanity needing to choose and make a choice. And as we go further into the month of October, it's going to get more challenging and difficult to stay on two different timelines. It's almost like, imagine and visualize yourself like grabbing onto one and grabbing onto the other and being stretched as the boat drifts apart, and you having to leave some people that maybe you aren't ready to leave, and yet those people aren't serving you and your highest good any longer. And that's a big part of what is happening. People are having to let go of family, friends, relationships, relatives, whatever it is, jobs that they've worked at for a gazillion years. So I do this and I talk about these things so that you're aware and you're awake and you're conscious, and to assist you in remembering who you are and why you came here. Because this channel is not about fear. It's not about putting you in fear. It's about giving you awareness. It's about helping you to understand what is happening, so you're not clueless and you're not oblivious to what's going on. And it's not about fear. It's about letting go of fear. Fear, I mean, would you rather not know anything and be clueless to what's going on? I mean, me personally, I would rather know than not know. And last minute. So would you rather, like, the news tell you, which they perpetuate fear all the time, or the GOV, or these systems that are currently running? Would you rather it be that kind of fear, or me actually telling you what's exactly going on so that you're aware of it? So like telling you, oh, this big storm is coming, and it's like, this is the track and it's going to go this way and it's going right through your town. That's not fear. I mean, what do you call that? Jesse, I'm referring this to you, Jesse. What would you call that? So for anyone that wants to listen, you can be here and listen. You could otherwise, like Jesse, you could go to another YouTube live. There's plenty of them on here, and you could tune to another frequency and go to another frequency that you think is not fear. But I'm here to give the people that want to receive this information. I am all about evolving and expanding and growing, and helping others to do so as well through the information that I have. So welcome, Holly T. Welcome to the live. Welcome everybody. Tap that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you everybody who's tapped the like button. Oh shoot, no wonder I was smelling stuff coming in the car. Fumes. Dang. Welcome everybody. So basically, everyone, I was talking about timeline splits and how we're going through a bifurcation of timelines and a timeline split where we're having to choose whether we choose the lower timeline, which is fear, or the higher timeline, which is love. And how, in the process, there's a good possibility that you're going to have to walk away from certain people that are not choosing the same thing you're choosing. I don't feel like that's fear. I feel like that's me giving you awareness as to what's happening so that you can mentally prepare yourself for whatever potentially is transpiring. And that's all I want to do, man. Not all I want to do. There's many things, because I'm here to teach and to share through my own experiences, because trust and believe, I've had to do this already way before humanity's done it. I've walked, like back in 2020, man, I had to walk away from family members. I had to walk away from people because I had to do it for myself, for me to expand and evolve. So I've been having to do this since my entire life here on this earth plane. So what I say and what I mean is humanity is getting very, very close, and closer than ever before, that we're going to have to make a choice. And you're going to have to choose which timeline you choose. And you may not even be aware of the timeline or the type of timeline you're choosing, but your soul does. And as you do it, you're going to notice that people that you used to chill with don't resonate with you anymore, don't vibe with you anymore. The things that you talk about, the things you want to watch or listen to, is not what the people you used to hang out with are interested in. And that just means that you're evolving. That just means you're expanding. That just means you're moving to another timeline. And this is a part of what's happening on the planet. This is happening to all of us. And a lot are not conscious to it. A lot are not aware of it. A lot are oblivious, like multiple people said in this chat earlier. They don't really care. And that's okay, because you know what? They're going to have to make a choice regardless, just like all of us do. And however that shows up in your life, whether that means leaving a job that you've been at, leaving a relationship, leaving family members, moving to another state, these are all parts of it. This is all parts of you switching and moving to another timeline. And this has been going on for forever. But now it's just becoming more and more obvious and more prevalent and more in our face. And we're more aware of it versus like before 20, 30, 40 years ago, we were just like, okay, yeah, I feel called to move to another state. I feel called to go to Europe, or I feel called to go to the United States, or I feel called to end this relationship, but like not actually knowing why you're doing it and why it's happening. And now we're much more aware and conscious of what is happening and why we're doing it. And you can tell that, yeah, this person just doesn't, I'm just not vibing with this person no more. And it's not that like you don't care for them, it's not that you don't love them anymore, it's not any of those things. It's just we're moving, we're humanity is raising their frequency and their vibration really fast. Why do I do lives in my car? Why not? Because I like to. I get a lot of downloads when I'm in my car or in nature. I get a lot of God can work through me when I'm in my car. God can work through me when I'm in nature. So when I'm driving, I get a lot of downloads. If that answers your question. Tango. So welcome to the live, everybody. I think like, you know, the question should be so much more deeper than why do you do lives in your car? Like, well, why do you, well, why is this happening on the planet? Why, what is a timeline? What is consciousness? You know what I mean? Like deeper, more profound questions, than just like, does it really matter why I'm in my car doing lives? Yeah, I mean, Tango, I get a lot of downloads and information from source, from God, from my guides, from my angels when I'm driving. And I'm like I'm in the zone, and I receive a lot of information that I can that I'm supposed to share. Not only when I'm driving, but also when I'm sitting still in my car or sitting outside in nature, I get a lot of information. No, I know you're not. I know you're not. I know you're not. And I apologize if it came off that way, but I know you're not. Well, there's a whole lot of things about Israel that we've been lied to about. Let me just say that with like great certainty. There's a lot of this guy. What's good, man? I remember you. A lot of things are being hidden about Israel, and big respect to you, Tango, too, man. Big respect to you. And I hope you subscribe to the channel and tap the like button. It goes a long way, man. It helps the channel to grow and more people to get information, and so you're not only helping yourself, but you're helping others by tapping the like button and subscribing, because you're allowing more people to receive this information, not just you. But there's a lot going on in Israel that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tango. Appreciate that, man. A lot of love to you, brother. Yeah, a lot are lies, man. What I mean is, there's hidden stuff under the surface in Israel that they don't want us to uncover. Let me just say that, okay? Including pyramids and including technologies that are hidden from us. I don't really want to elaborate too much on that on here because what happens. So you'll have to kind of read between the lines. Yeah, well, that too, man. That too. This guy, I agree with you, because there's still a lower timeline, which is fear, happening right now. And that's what I was just talking about a few minutes ago, was how we're splitting timelines. We're splitting timelines, and for very long time, we've been able to be on both timelines, the lower one and the higher one. And I don't really like using lower and higher, but I am in this case, because one is fear and one is love. Okay, let's describe it as that. And we're having to choose if we want to stay and play in the 3D matrix of fear, or we want to play in love, which is the higher frequency timeline. Now, the problem with that is, and there's not really a problem, but humanity sees it as a problem, because when you make that choice and you choose the higher timeline of love, your family members or your partner or your friends may still choose the fear-based timeline. So what happens when that happens? When you go to the higher timeline, your frequency and vibration is higher. Their frequency and vibration is lower. So what happens? You are not really able to even understand each other anymore. They can't even much hear you, nor even kind of even see you. Hey, Owen, what's good? What's good? Thank you. I appreciate that, Anthony Gibson. So thank you. Yeah, I'm totally preaching because it's coming through. Like they're bringing this information through, and I was told the more I share it, the more they're going to bring through. The more I can bring to you all, so that you are prepared, and whoever wants to actually be prepared. Because there was a lot of people that came on here earlier that don't care, that don't even care about any of it. They just want to like play in the lower vibration, the lower frequencies, and make fun of whatever is being said because they don't understand it. Because when you're on the lower frequency and the vibration, and you're not going to understand this stuff. It's going to be gibberish, and it's going to sound crazy to you, and you're going to think that like I'm on some type of mushroom or drug. What people tend to do when they don't understand something is they make fun of you. So, and that's okay. I get it. You know, I get it. There was a point in my life that that I was at that place too, but I didn't end up making fun of people, but I understood. And you kind of get angry and, you know, things of that nature because you don't understand. Yeah, I agree, this guy. I agree, but you know, listen, the thing of it is, this is going to be happening until we all split. And what's going to happen is right now, this is what's happening, okay? You're holding on to one timeline as you're holding on to the other. We can't do that anymore. And it's drifting apart. So it's like a boat or a canoe that's drifting away. And you're trying to hold on to the edge of the boat while holding on to this timeline as the boat is drifting away, meaning the higher timeline is drifting away. We're having to grab onto the timeline that we are going to be on. Once all of humanity makes a choice and chooses which timeline they choose, there's going to be a complete split. And eventually the two timelines are going to become two separate planets. So what's happening is, as you choose the one you want, you're having to let go of people. You're having to let go of jobs. You're having to let go of family members. You're having to let go of things that you may not necessarily want to. But because that person is choosing what they're choosing, you either stay on the lower timeline because they are, or you go with what is alignment with you. And in going with what is your soul is going to inevitably choose. And so you're going to have to make that choice. And when you do, it's going to be like this. You're going to be like waving to them, bye, see you later. Yeah, you're probably going to have emotions. Yeah, you're going to probably be sad and angry and frustrated for a little while, and you're going to be grieving, and that's okay. That's part of the process, you know? But I hope that by me explaining this stuff, you're more aware and you're more aware and prepared mentally for what is actually happening. This is see-able, but it's dedicated to one's own reality. Yes. What's good, Steve W? Have a nice day, my friend. I send you a lot of love. It is. I mean, it's self-empowerment too, which is what this channel's all about, Owen. So yeah, I can agree with you. Third and fifth dimension, the will stay in the third. The goats, oh, the sheep will stay in the third. Yeah, yeah, I got you. I'm a Christian and I love my church and I have faith in God and I preach. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that, Tango. Keep doing it, man. Keep spreading the gospel, man. Keep spreading the word of God. More and more people need to come connect with God and develop a relationship with God. And um, we've got to create that relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've got to. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, you know what? Listen, Jeremy, it's like that's just someone that just doesn't understand, and because they don't understand what I'm saying, they're angry and they're going to project their own stuff, and that's okay, you know. If you guys want me to uh, tell him to or give him the boot, you let me know, and I will send him on his way. Yeah, well, you're not making a lot of friends in the live, Stephen W. I mean, you're sitting here gaslighting me, but everybody else is talking about you. So, you know, you can see that obviously that's not the right way to go, man. The right way to go is being kind and nice and loving to others. Yeah, I mean, exactly. So, you're going to see how far it gets you, Stephen W., like treating people like that, you know? Um, trolls are people dis, dis, disagreeing with a reaction is someone with self-control, which is one of the first steps in showing love. Yeah, exactly. And hey, you know what? It's okay, man. I send Stephen W. a lot of love, man. It honestly doesn't affect me anymore. I'm not bothered by any of it because of what I've gone through in my life. And I've been prepared for this stage and phase. God's been preparing me to be in front of millions of people sharing this wisdom. Um, a lot. You can go back on the channel. There's thousands of videos on this channel, um, talking about a lot of different things. But everything that I teach from my own experience. Um, yeah, I know, and it's okay. You know, there's only love here. Um, well, I have to get going now. I've been on here for about 30 minutes. I said that I was on my way to a class. So, if you'd like to know more about me or Luna, you can go on our channel and watch other content, or there's tons of lives on there. There's tons of live streams. There's tons of um, videos, content. Uh, and you can go back and watch the replay. I just spoke 34 minutes of wisdom that you missed out on. So go back and watch it. Tap the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate you all, man. Owen, thank you. Um, yeah, they are grizzly. That's okay. I send them a lot of love, man. And thank you, this guy, for showing up. It's been a while since I've seen you. Timothy, what's good? Owen, what's good? Jeremy, what's good? Um, New Zealand in the house. Thank you, everybody, man. I appreciate you all, man. Tap the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next live, man. Hey, Presley, what's good, brother? I wish you would have been here like 10 minutes ago. There's been a lot of them on here today, but it's all good, man. I'm going to be heading in. Presley! Virginia in the house. Tons of fun. Hell yeah. I got to go. I'm going into sprint class and starting in like 5 minutes. So I'm not going to be going. Yeah, I'm going to come back. I'm only going to sprint. I'm not going to do the yoga class, which I was going to do because sadly, my sister's two dogs. She has two dogs and they're poodles. They're like miniature poodles and they're having bleeding and they're puking. And so something's going on. And so she's trying to get a vet visit in because she called my mom earlier and told her it's been going on for a couple days and she thought it would just go away. I hope that they're going to be okay. So I'm not going to go to the yoga class. I'm only doing sprint for a half an hour and I will be back. I would like to do Reiki on them. Or do some energy healing, you know. I wasn't aware that this was going on until, you know, my mom made me aware of it today. So everybody send them a lot of love and healing, man. They're little tiny cute little doggies, man, and they're puking and having blood. You know, I don't know where the blood is, but from what I probably you know, when they go to the bathroom or something like that. So please send your healing to them. I would appreciate it from my heart. So I'll be back though, man. I'm going into class for a half an hour. I haven't heard back if she's going to be able to get an appointment or what have you. I would think they would have to get them in like an emergency type of situation. And thank you. I appreciate that. Tons of fun. Like and subscribe, everybody. I'll probably see you in a half an hour. I'll probably come back. If you're going to be around, Presley, I'll come back in about a half an hour or so, okay? Not exactly, but around that, all right? I'll text you, brother. I'll see you guys soon, man. I love you all. Go back and watch the replay, man. I talked a lot about timeline splits and what's happening right now and how we're going to have to let people go and things of that nature and jobs and all kinds of things like that. Humanity's going to have to make a choice. So the past 38 minutes I've been talking about this. So go back and watch the replay. I love you all, man. Subscribe, like, share, and comment from my heart to yours. I'll see you in the next live, in the next video, or somewhere around the world. Until then, let's go!